And I came to this conclusion because every time I sit down with Jim, I go in with the idea that I have an idea. And I come out with the idea multiplied by about 3 or 4. So I'll have 3 or 4 new ideas. It's drawing out your own knowledge. That's what a technology futurist does. I consider Jim a very good friend, and I hope you consider him a good friend as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Pinto.
Thank you, Mark. So let me see if all my gadgets work here. I think I can hear myself. You can hear me. Nice to be here. When I retired, 15 years ago, a long time, retirement is defined as doing what you want to do. So if I'm here, I must want to. I mean, why do I live on the beach. I don't wear shoes like this. I got surfer shoes. You wear what you want to wear. You do what you want to do. I'm an automation guy. So as a futurist, I'm an automation technology futurist. I got to tell you, I'm an old guy, so I know the founder of Wonderware, Dennis Morin. He died a little while ago. Sad. What an enthusiasm. I know the founder of Intuition, Steve Rubin, still there. Got a little plane and he comes and bumps down somewhere. So you think of all these things, and futurism is not predicting. It's not forecasting. It's trending. You look at the trends, and the trends come and smack you in the face. And if you don't look out, they'll kick you in the butt. Because it's too late. But as a futurist, technology futurist, somebody said, way back, I used to write all the time, you want to be a futurist, write futurist articles. 3 of them. After 3 of them, I'm invited to speak in South Africa, Ireland, England, Australia, Germany. Speak a little Deutsch, and that's enough for that. But let me get on with it. I mean, these guys ate into my time, so I'd probably go on for another couple of hours. You'll be stuck. If your eyeballs are going, I'll go with your eyeballs. Okay, and if you go all, I'll quit. Technology futurist. What's he, a salesman? Bean counter? This is what? Bullshit. Why would I don't know how to put all this back, but just push a button and I'll reverse. Heck, I don't even know how to take it off. There it is. It's gonna, this thing, okay, well, you know it's Hey, Matt said yesterday, bear with me, will you? Bear with me while I guess. I'm going to show my real colors. Why is your mouth open like that? Okay.
Now the pants.
Hey, try my silver shoes. I would. In fact, when I'm at home, I don't even wear shoes. Gotta tell you. Technology futurist. Hi. Let's see if this works. I'm here to provide a futurist perspective. You're all going to be thinking about it. What's going to happen? There are companies, here, I've talked to some of you. I mean, end users, I'm an end user, okay? And they say, well, my company, Dr. BK. Dr. BK has written a book. He says, IT says the cloud is forbidden. Yeah, the cloud is forbidden. The market's 40 billion, and it's growing to 240 billion. 240 billion within the next, by 2020. Cloud is forbidden. Now, you all, in your big companies, you've got IT guys around. I got to tell you the truth, IT will disappear. The good guys in IT will join the factory, join the thing, and become, you see, he said, good. You know what I mean. They got their head up their ass. I've got to tell you, when IT guys are here, it started in the days of mainframes. You know that. You know what mainframes were? 40, 50 years ago. I was a little kid. And they're still around. I know people in General Motors that have IT that rules with an iron thumb, and they don't like it. I'm here as a catalyst. I'm here to make you think, as Matt said. You know, I'm here to see what, look at your eyeballs, reflect, and I'm going to say, oh, okay, this is what you want, and this is what you should do. And if you take away, I'm going to tell you 50 points that are going to go in there, and you're going to have insomnia tonight. So, you know, shit, that Pinto was right. And you go and tell your boss, you know, I heard this guy, and this is what. So, make a difference. You are here to make a difference. I'm here to make a difference for you. The future is moving fast. And fast is not up, it is up. But there's downs. Does anyone remember Westinghouse? What happened to it? I was there in Pittsburgh and I went up to their building and said, holy shit, pardon me if I say shit, can't help it. And it was so impressive. And they were all bean counters. And they didn't see the writing on the wall, falling off the cliff. Anyone know Westinghouse? The pieces were sold off by auction. Not really an auction, but it's an auction. Leadership needs agility. You jump from one to the other. You're fast. If you're not fast, some guy in China or India is faster than you. You know what? They're hungry. You know, it's hard to beat hungry. You got a big German Shepherd and a little Chihuahua that's hungry. Who's going to get the bone? You tell me. Be alive. Think about it. Being competitive demands change. I didn't say request change. I didn't say you listen to your boss. Shush, your boss should retire. You know, these young guys join and they have a little cell phone and they're playing games and the apps are free, and some of that shit is better than DCS and PLCs. They're more complicated. And you go to this thing and you go to say, oh, you need 5 years training. 5 years training, hell. That guy goes home and who fixes his computer? His 16-year-old son. You know that? Look, you see all the nods. That's not sleepy nods, that, yeah, man. Digital technology shift. You see that thing? It's a black hole you're being sucked into. PC to thin clients. Who's going to use PCs anymore? It's on this factory floor, a lot of them. What's the meaning of going out of style? I won't claim something. I'll show you the trends in a minute. Tethered, plugged into the wall. I'm looking at my friend here. Even a thin client, to mobile devices. Who wants to be tethered, walk around? Tethered to mobile. Wired to wireless connectivity. Client server to cloud-based. I told you, the guy says, the cloud is banned. Dr. BK, you told me that, didn't you? You should go home and kick that guy in the ass. Centralized to distributed. The industrial internet. You know, GE came out and said the industrial internet is coming. Some people call it Internet of Things. Everything connected to everything. And they said it's going to be $20 trillion. And they want a piece of it. A big piece of it, so they started early. What they're really telling us, what they've got is obsolete. It is obsolete. Apple just came out with a new iPhone that is a fingerprint detector. Changes the whole market for RFID access. Hey, it's there, there's a big market. But I come up to the thing, push my button, not on the wall, on my iPad. It goes into the wireless and says, hey, come in. Oh, you can't come in. Paradigm shift. We were talking yesterday, aluminum company, paradigm shift. What happens in paradigm shift? Actually, I was being polite over there. Oh, wow. It's, oh, shit. When the bubble bursts, the guys can say, oh. I mean, I had friends in Westinghouse, and I heard a senior bean counter say, oh shit. Because they were declining. And they didn't see it. Wireless networks. You know what? You go to your speed demon or whatever on the net, you plug in your internet cable and look at the speed, and it says 10 megabits per second. You put it on wireless and look at the same website, the same speed, 9.5 megabits per second. And if it is, they'll make it 10, 50 megabits per second. Same price. Who would buy the other way? Factories and process controls taking advantage. Oh, security. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Wireless networks are going to provide everything, everything. Are you all walking around with a phone that has to be plugged in? No. The cloud. Banned in Chevron. Dr. BK, you're going to have insomnia tonight. I don't know how you're going to go and see that guy when he tells you the cloud is banned. Hey, if you're a sissy and you keep quiet, that's your problem. You don't look like a sissy to me. You know, you've heard of the thing, stand up and be counted. Who among you takes responsibility? The guy stands up, me. Something's happened. Who takes the blame? Me. In my company, by the way, Action Instruments, 20 years ago, said, oh shit, who takes the blame? The guy said, me. Promote the guy instantly. What did he take? He took responsibility. That's it. Take the blame, stand up and be counted. The Internet of Things I told you about. Everything connected to everything. And you can't put wires between them. Wireless. Everything connected to everything. Not far away, Sears will come and say, so your fridge is going to fail or your washing machine is going to fail next week. You mind if I fix it? How? The washing machine told him, I'm going to fail next week. Factory floor computing. Look at those pictures. I put them in the line. Can you see a PC there? Come on, really, seriously. Can you see a PC? 5 years from now, do you see a PC there? In any of those environments, they are there. I got to tell you, Dell and Compaq at the time, they made rugged things, so industrial computers didn't matter. They were rugged. They put it behind cabinets somewhere, and it worked. And it was cheap. But frankly, do you see a PC in any of those environments? Mobile devices are coming. The post-PC era. Everybody's talking about it. The post-PC area, you know what that means? Rest in peace. Microsoft, once one of the largest, the big guy, Bill Gates, left and he's doing charity, which is good for him. And he didn't do it, Melinda Gates made him do it. She nagged the hell out of him until he started doing that. What was he doing that? Melinda Gates saw Windows going down and she said, Bill, get out. And the other, what's his name? He just retired. Anyway. Bauer, just retired. Hey, he pushed and pushed till he gave up. They're going to say the Nokia guy is going to join as the new CEO. Hey, maybe. The Finns are pretty good at this stuff. So why do you need a PC? Put yourself 5 years from now and say, why do I need a PC? What do I get from a PC that I need? It's known as the post-PC area. Now stop in 2008 and look. Corporate PCs that you say, oh, that's temporary, it's going to carry on again. Look in 2006. Look in 2012. I don't have 13 over there. What do the curves show you? Ah, security is a primary issue. You know what the problem is? The guys come up with a little memory stick. They plug it in. Not an outside guy. What do you think happened to Stuxnet? An inside guy came. He was employed there for 2 years already. Plugged in his memory stick, downloaded his thing, it's quietly spying on everything, and when it was ready to do it, it did it. The target was Iran. The source was Israel and the US. For a long time they didn't admit it, and now they do admit it. Okay, sure, we did it. Yeah, it's old. And now there's several guys learning from that and doing their own versions. Wireless creates yet another threat. Oh my God, frightening. It's got banned. Wireless is banned. Not in our company. Yeah. Pull the other leg, buddy. Tablets overtaking PCs. Mobile networks, look at that. Advertising, mobile phones, Amazon, Google. Who are the 4 horsemen of technology today? Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Apple, and can anyone guess the 4th? Facebook.
KCP.
He's a futurist. He's talking about. Hey, I've said to Matt, Tim, Randy, and we all. He said, Jim, let's have a brainstorming discussion. I'm not coming to Atlanta to do that. Surrounded by all these Georgia Tech guys, they'll overpower me. Come to Carlsbad. Did you come? You're damn right. They were on my home ground. And you know what? We synced real fast. Wireless mind melt. You're going to see some of the results that make me feel so warm. I was going to say, can you do all this? And Tim says, what do you mean, can we do? We already did it. So I turned to Randy. He's the straight guy. No, Tim is the straight guy. Sure, we did it. You did it. He says, yeah, that's the next meeting is going to announce it. Wow, okay. 2012. 120 million tablets, 66 million iPads. Okay, PCs, hardly the same. Mobile devices, exploding. What's the meaning of exploding? Reduced cost, more functions, improved operating efficiency, boost productivity. What are you talking about? You end users, your companies, manufacturing, process control. There's only one important thing: reduce cost, improve productivity. You're competing not against each other, you're competing against India and China. China is killers. I've been to a Chinese meeting where they say, 300 years, you guys took the lead. It won't take us 300 years. We're going to do it much faster. America's turning out 70,000 engineers a year. China's turning out 700,000. Yeah, that's Chinese education. Yeah, damn right, damn straight. Of the 700,000, there's a whole bunch of good guys. What's Apple's biggest market for cell phones and tablets? Do you know? China. Where? It's in the factories. Smartphones exploding. Exploding. Have you ever heard of anything exploding? Big TVs, big market. You put it on the wall, you're 8 feet away, and you have a big 55-inch TV. Triangulate it to your eye. You get it a little closer, you hold it this far. I can show my pictures of my grandson to Matt and Wendy all at the same time, 3 of us looking at it. It's only Wendy and I, then I'll bring it a little closer, my mini iPad. You know that mini iPads are starting to outsell the big iPad? And Apple's making an even bigger one. And then you bring it this way, on my cell phone. If I got to show you my picture of my grandson, I've got to tell it, we both can't look at it at the same time. So it's this, close by, this thing, and on the wall. What's Google doing? A little tiny thing in the corner of your glasses. And it projects. So tell me, who is Del Monte Foods? The little corner of my glasses said, based in so-and-so, doing so-and-so. Who is Chevron? I mean, you ask Google and it'll tell you. Is it going to? But anyway, it's a matter of size. Cell phones are exploding faster than tablets. Foolproof security. Supposing I lose my iPad. Supposing somebody passes by and picks up an iPad, bad guy. I tell you, there's a thing. In fact, Sunday I had a brainstorm. I called Randy. Hey Randy, is this possible? Disable the back camera, enable only the front. Have you ever tried doing some data entry or looking up on your iPad or your iPhone like this? You can't, you cannot. You have to do this. As soon as you do this, it's going to see you. And it's going to have an image scan and say, aha, this is not Bob. Wipe it out, or stop it, clean. You can't do it. PCs cannot have that. You have an IP camera on the wall, and all kinds of things. Yeah, you can do it. The real advantages are so simple, so damn simple that they stare you in the face. Disable the front view camera and enable only the thing. So the guy picks up your stolen or your, hey, you leave it in the cafeteria, you forgot. And what happens? Turns it on, you can see him, you know who it is, you think, and you disable. He can't enter any data and he can't steal it. If you can think of anything simpler and easier, let me know. Fundamental change in use. You hold it in your hand and you do something. I mean, we're talking to Logan Lumen about whatever. I said, what? Somebody's got to call you and you've got to go to the factory at midnight. Problems always happen at midnight and 2 a.m., No, you look it up on your phone and say, oh yeah, turn on pump 3. The backup. Why would anyone want to do anything else? Why would anyone want to do anything else? Why? $212, 350 million PCs sold. Mobile growth. Now, do you want to wait till 2015 when this takes off and the PC is going into the mud? Well, it's banned in BK, you're going to have insomnia, I told you already. You're going to go back and punch the guy in the face. When he, hey, what happens when you say something silly? Your mom slaps you, don't say that. It's banned in Chevron. Yeah. Look at this chart. 1 year from now, I'll show you the chart. What do you think it'll look like? PCs came out of the ashes. Oh, Arista is selling 6 million new thin clients. Jimmy, you want me to stop selling thin clients? Yeah. Look, you're a young guy. You want to wait till somebody kicks you in the ass and then you stop? Wonderware. Somebody's kicking them in the ass. Schneider just bought it. And they're all asking me, what will happen to Wonderware? And I say, yeah. What will happen? Sorry, I don't want to harp on that, but it's reality. Look at my e-news, Jake Brodsky, a guy, engineer I really like, he says, Jim, I'll continue to use it because the cost of changing is too much. Training and, and all this kind of stuff. I hope like hell Schneider does something with it. Right, I hope like hell too. Industry scale. Networks, advertising, mobile phones, Apple, books, online advertising, booming fast, growing incredibly fast. Some of the advertising has I've never seen this before. Sure, how would you have seen it before? It's never happened before. Technology is accelerating. Fundamental change in scale. You think the graph is a straight, like your paper, a straight graph? No! There's bumps in the graph. Come on, you're all engineer types. You know that. You know what if the change in scale. Why does the world expect everything to be linear? 3 years ago, I was doing that. 3 years from now, you may not be. Look at my graph. I sold this many thin clients last year. I grew, the last 4 years, I grew like this. Yeah. I understand. Good, buddy. Go to sleep. Future is mobile. Look at PCs. Look at smartphones and tablets. You know where that overtook? In 2011. One is declining, the other's down. Over 200 million in 2013. Driven by size and price, the flood of cheap Chinese Androids. You're going to see $150 tablet before too long. I mean, if you were Chinese, why wouldn't you do it? Some magic in it? I told you. Where is the biggest market for Apple? In China. You think Apple doesn't know it? Everybody expected them to compete with Android by lowering the price of the 5C announced yesterday or the day before. They didn't. Good for Apple. They put fingerprint thing on it. They put a couple of things. Everybody copies. Apple's iPhone, for God's sake, is 6 years old. You know what 6 years is? A lot. In this market, in this time. Business moves to mobile. Who do you think, what happened to Motorola? Remember Motorola? They were everywhere. Remember Motorola's cell phone? It was a big giant thing, and you leaned over and you used it. What happened to Motorola? Hey, I'm an old guy. I met the guy who invented Motorola. He's on YouTube. Go take a look. Old white-haired guy like me. I mean, he's a genius. Where's Motorola? It was sold to Google for $12 billion. You know what they bought? The installed base and the 17 different models that they made. They consolidated it down to 2 or 3 models. Microsoft bought Nokia. Nokia was in deep trouble. And the latest news, it's good possibility, is that the CEO of Nokia, good hotshot, maybe the CEO, he's in the running. Fast-changing world. Hey, don't blame me, I can see it. Some of the things, they pass by. If you're slow, you think it. If you're also running side by side, you can see it. You can see it overtake, and that's fine. Depends on what you're doing. Internet and mobile world merging. The industrial world, I warn you, I'm telling you, you know it. There's only one thing for Dow Chemical, for Exxon, for General Motors, for Ford, for Abbott Labs, pharmaceuticals, one thing alone: cheaper, faster, better. Cheaper, faster, better. Than who? Procter & Gamble. I had a futuristic speech. They paid me highly. I got to tell you this though. It was not watching the world, it was washing the world in 2020. And they were going to India to make toilet paper. And I said, they don't use paper in India. They think it's dirty. I mean, if you had some shit fall on your hand, would you take paper and wipe it, or would you wash it? They said, oh. Now, come on, tell me, it sounds like a stupid thing. Food falls on your hand, and you're taking some Kleenex and wiping it a little bit. Come on. Why is your mouth open?
Shock and awe, man.
Shock and awe! Hey, I didn't say it, man. Put that guy as a star, okay? Then you come to this, all this, what's the thing? I say, who is the operator these days? You can't train an operator in Saudi Arabia. It takes 3 years to train an operator. There are no operators. So I saw Matt yesterday with the old hand and said, who the hell is the operator? It's an engineer, it's a plant engineer behaving like the operator. You remember the old big alarm screens? This big? And there's 1,000 alarms on it? Okay, 6 alarms, the guy says, go there, and it says, go to a cleaning line, this thing, one of the things is stuck, go there, and he does it. Nuclear plant, 4,000 alarms at once. What the hell is the operator going to do? Well, you know what they did in Fuji, whatever, in Japan? 4,000 alarms all came at once and said, oh shit. That's the only thing you can say.
Sound the run.
What did Matt say? He was away for a while, and he got 15 letters. So what did he do? He was bear with me. I mean, he was busy, and he threw it away. Oh yeah, I'll keep it. Didn't pay his bill. His electricity would be turned off. His wife would be pissed. So he kept it. Relevant information. It has to be, and the operator doesn't want to know about something. The operator means you. You don't want to know about something that you have no chance to think. You're so far away, you don't know anything about motors, and you've got to find somebody, and you call the guy on the phone, and he's not there. You've got to find the relevant person who has the knowledge, not data, information, who has the knowledge and can make the decision. And you know what? So this guy looks up his thing, his relevance, and he says, oh, I'm available, I can do it. Where are you? I'm near bottling line 6. I told you that. Adaptive mobile computing. You cannot do it the old way. You cannot do it the old way. You cannot. I don't care if you say it's not allowed, it's banned. You cannot do it. Because if you don't do it, the Chinese will do it, the Indians will do it, the Australians will do it, the South Africans, the Brazilians will do it. The world is a small place. Don't tell me cannot. Don't tell me security is an issue. Don't tell me this. Tell yourself. And say, oh, I can't do that. What? I can't do that. I'm nearing retirement. Within 5 years I'll retire. It's too difficult. Well, get the hell out of there. Take your pension and leave. What are you standing in the way saying, I cannot? There is nothing you cannot do. Nothing. You got Honeywell, Allen Bradley, Invensys sold now to Schneider, Siemens, ABB. You add up all their sales, they're not equal to Google, not equal to Apple. Combined. You know why? Hey, we can't do that. This is our business. Next time you say cannot, in your company or at home, think about, not it's not cannot, how can I? Now, everybody can't do that. It takes practice. You think you can go there and lift 200 pounds just like that? No, the guy's been practicing and doing pumps and pushing up. Daily practice. Practice. I can. How can I give up tethered, thin clients? How can I do that? I cannot. It's my business. Look at him looking at me. I cannot do that. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Poor thing. I mean, I've said it in Honeywell. I go to Honeywell and they're all in cubicles and I'm walking down and everybody looks up and they look down at their work. Hey, the guy's probably playing solitaire, you know, his work. So I said, how do you get these guys' attention? He said, oh, only when there's a fire alarm. So I stood in the thing and I said, fire! And they stood up, looked, oh, it's only Pinto. Went back to their work, went back to the solitaire. Advanced mobile computing is adaptive, and you can only do the things that are relevant. You cannot do it the old way. You cannot tell the operator 4,000 things. You can only tell him, do this. If Matt had 500 mails, paper mails, he would have to throw away the 475 that were unrelated. He cannot read them all. Did he open the other one? No, he threw it away. I don't want him to do it. I want his computer to do it. So what do you do with spam? You have an automatic spam thing that takes it and throws it away, deletes. Just in case it deletes the, well, just in case. If it deletes it, deletes it. Relevant information. Relevant information. Now, I'm going to make the same speech in Honeywell, what do you think they're going to look at me and say, oh, this guy is crazy? I'm going to make the same speech in Rockwell. You guys are good. Well, maybe. And the guy who pushes it is going to be fired tomorrow. Because you cannot do that. And ABB and Siemens will say, Verdammte German, we cannot do that. I don't want to make fun of them. My good friends are German, I've been there all the time. They're smart. The rest of Europe is going to hell. The Germans are holding it up and making the money. And you know what the rest of Europe said? Germany, spend more. Have some more off time. But what are you talking about? Relevance. You can't have the flood of data. Remember the word cannot. Read all the mail. You cannot read all your emails. You cannot. I'm saying cannot. What do? Use the key. Relevant information. Renovate information delivery. What did Matt show you? Says to the motor guy, hey, you, where are you? Well, we knew you here, right? Where are you? I'm at home. Hey, get out of bed and come. But you get the right guy. No use getting the wrong guy. You phone the office and there's the guy, the wrong guy is there. Look at these pictures. Cell phones, tablets, ruggedized tablets if you want. Can you see a PC there? Even this picture, it's old. They have a panel. Remember panels? Talking to somebody and say, oh yeah, we had a big annunciator panel. If there's anyone here who knows an annunciator panel, then you must be an old guy like me. I mean, really, come on. They were all over the place. Remember Ronan and a couple of panel arms? They made giant panels. Remember going to Exxon and they go to the control room. And they all had hot hats in the control room because they might have to go. And the panel, I swear, was big as the wall, big as this wall, big as that. And there was an operator sitting down in each. Talking to the aluminum company yesterday, you know, this hard hat guy up on the catwalk and he's watching the furnace. Drinking a cup of coffee, nothing is happening to the furnace, but something happens, he's got to run. He said, oh no, we cannot have a small little screen. What? We can't see it properly. Remember yesterday we were talking, so he says, you go to a furnace and there's big glass because it's too hot. I said, hey, do it with your cell phone, and if you don't see the little spot in the furnace that's black, expand the picture like this. What? The picture like this. I showed you a picture, showing Wendy a picture of my grandson. And this is my daughter and my grandson. You know, this is how he looks. And I expanded my grandson. Oh, wow, that's cute. You know how cannot? Why the hell do you need a glass between you and the furnace? Why the hell does the guy need to sit up there on the catwalk? Drinking a cup of coffee with nothing to do. You know, lazy guy. I can't do that. Fire him. I heard a new kid who says I can. Somebody said it couldn't be done. With a chuckle he replied, maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. Buckled right in with a bit of a grin on his face, and if he worried he hit it, started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done. And he did it. Relevance. Damn it, I love the name. Location, job, experience, availability, diagnostics. You know, I believe in diagnostics. I believe in diagnostics like this. Not what happened when it failed, but what's going to happen if I don't do anything, it's going to fail in a week. going to fail in a month. Don't worry about changing that. Then you wait and you're lazy and you're away on vacation, and then it's going to fail in a week. You know, like the noise in your car gets louder and you've got to take it to maintenance. And there's a little light that says alarm. And you don't do it, and it phones your boss and says, look, the son of a bitch is not doing anything, and I'm going to fail. You know, young Bush, August Bush, I met the guy on the thing. He said, look, one of those valves fails, and we've got $1 million worth of beer on the floor. We can't stop the line. Leave alone bottles. Beer everywhere. So when I said, you know, we're going to have diagnostics on the valve, it's so easy. A sticky valve needs to be changed. It's making a noise, tick, 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 and you change the valve. Another old valve, it's been working for 2 years and it's not going to, why? You know what they did? I swear, they changed all the valves. At every shift, they took them to the shop, they tested the valves and put the good ones back. Supposing the valve told you, I'm not going to fail. And the new valve said, I'm sticky, change. So I'm talking about predictive diagnostics. You can't do it the old way. Remember, you cannot do it the old way. ACP is the first to market. And I'm saying to you this, nobody has it. Everybody will want it. You get off like this, and everybody's going to look at you. And Honeywell's going to say, oh shit, we should have thought of that. And Siemens is going to say, oh, scheiße. Hey, we should have thought of that. Heck, you know what? We'll just go buy these guys. They think they can do it. Well, good luck to them. Try it. The point is, the first to market, they know it. Look in their eyes and you'll see it. Look at the sales guys. These guys are missionaries, and they're going to do it. You know what? The only thing I tell them? Damn it, man, Tim. Raise the price. And the Wonderware guy says, I want to have free installations. Kick him in the ass. Free installations. Give me a beta test. Come on, I've heard these things all my life. What I did with an action pack, how much is this new good action pack? $600. He says, yeah, that's too expensive. And I practice this in the mirror. I say, yes, but it's good. I heard a guy, a Modicon guy in the early days, good salesman. Damn, it's expensive. Yes. It's so nicely done. Yes. But it's worth it. So if you Wonderware guys or Rockwell guys say, I have a customer, I'd like to do a freebie. Is there such a thing as a freebie? Come on. Freebie? Who heard that? Tell you what, ACP gave a whole bunch of money yesterday. I played poker with it. Paper money. But you know what? That was good. It was a motivating thing. So once in a while you take the guy to lunch. I love to take a customer to lunch and he buys me lunch. I know that he needs me. Feel needed. Why are you needed? Because you're good. Why doesn't that IT guy in Chevron say it's banned? When you do something, he says you're fired. You know what? You can't be fired. He can. Because the bosses know who's who. By the way, you know what boss means, right? It's an old antique word from the old days. It means stupid son of a bitch backwards. Somebody ever comes and tells you, I'm your boss. Say, yeah, you stupid son of a bitch backwards. I got to tell you, talking to somebody who says, no, I never use that word. I'm a senior associate. And he's taking over my job because I'm going to be promoted. Relevance. I always end on time, and you took up some of my time, Matt. You know, so I'm going a couple of minutes over. Post-PC area. Dream of it tonight. The post-PC era. What will happen to PCs? You're selling PCs? You're selling PCs? Oh, poor guy. Well, you know, I'm making big bucks, and I don't want to give that up.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Wireless everywhere. Why would you want to have wires? Mobile devices are coming. You know what happens? I see my grandson. He got an iPod, he wanted an iPhone. Who does he want a phone? When he's at home, he's got on wireless, and he's talking to his kids and doing Instagram and all that. Why would he want to have a PC? They watch Netflix on their iPad. They watch Netflix on their iPhone. If his sister's using the iPad, that's all right, use it on my iPhone. He puts it in the stove. And I learned from him, say, oh my God, he's doing it, why can't I? The cloud. The IT department will be fired. You will lose them. Why would you buy all those computers if you had a cloud? Why would you do all the development if you had a cloud? You pay for it by the month. You don't have, so you tell the accountant guy, by the way, this is accrued over the next X months. Oh, he loves it. It's not a capital expenditure to be written off over 3 years. The cloud takes it away. Now, I know some good IT guys, some good friends of mine. They don't call themselves IT anymore. Like, you know, hey, what do you do? Well, I'm a typist. I repair typewriters. What? Really? Oh yeah, it's a good business. You know, people come 10 miles to bring it to me because I'm the only typewriter repair shop in Louisiana. Oh yeah. But why aren't you retired? Anyway, you heard me. End to end, machine to machine. The machine will tell the machine what's going on. And the industrial internet. GE is spending a lot of money, beaucoup bucks, as we speak. It's a big elephant. And you and I can't kill that big elephant. GE can. And ABB, Siemens, they're all following. But GE, the biggest, stopped making light bulbs. And they're going to do this. And what's my big point? Matt says, don't blame me, I'm just a messenger. But you know what? Paul Revere, the British are coming, mobile is coming, and he runs around, and what Paul Revere is a hero. We revere the guy as Revere because he's a hero. And what's ACP telling you? Mobile is coming. Mobile is coming. Mobile is coming. And when you do it, you can't have 1,000 alarms. You have only the relevant alarm, flagging the relevant person. The motor repair guys flag automatic. Wow. That's all I can say, wow. You want to go to my website, jimpinto.com. There's some good articles. I write one every month for Automation World. My last 6 or 7 are the future of this and the future of that. The post-PC era. Industrial automation and the cloud. Oh, we can't use the cloud. Yeah, come on. Industrial automation and the cloud. Go read my article. Automation, Internet of Things, info-tech futures. I've got some very, very, very good friends in IT, senior people. And guys, that's what they tell me. Those are my links. Thank you very much. Now, we don't have the time, and I've gone a little bit over, but I've got to tell you this. I'll be around. Matt's put a chain around my leg, and I'm stuck here for the next day or two. And come and say hi. Tell me how I did. Tell me how full of shit I was at a couple of things. Show me how to play, like how to bluff in poker. I'm not bluffing now, by the way. But he did some good bluffing. Hey, it was only money, free money. He bluffed. It's my dream to do that. Didn't have any cards, but he's raising the bid. Anyway, come and tell me what you think. Ask me a question. Look at my shirt, ACP. And I'm here to help you. Thank you very much.